It's time for a quick time update of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners meeting of March 16. I'm Lloyd Higuera, and with me is County Manager Larry Werner. And Larry, at that March 16th meeting, commissioners did hear the draft update of the strategic plan for Douglas County. And how's that plan coming together?
It's coming together very well. Just a little bit of background. On an annual basis, we take a look at the strategic plan just to make sure that what we're doing as the county departments is aligned with what the county commissioners and the community wants to see happen. So we had a workshop and we invited the public and obviously department heads and county commissioners to talk about the strategic elements of that plan. Basically, the previous ones that had been adopted were reevaluated, looked at, determined whether or not they still were valid as the goals of this county. We did a little tweaking on them, but basically came up with the same set and kind of got that in a draft form. We'll be bringing the final form back to the board. And I can't remember this time, Lloyd, whether it's going to be in the April time frame or the May time frame. It kind of depends on how we get all this stuff put together. But
Sure, yeah. And could you give us maybe some of the highlights, some of the main things the commissioners are looking at?
Right. The focus by far were on three elements of the plan. The highest probably that received the most interest was the infrastructure of the county, on how do we get funding for that, what do we do, but try to put more effort into dealing with the infrastructure. The second one that they really focused on was employee sustainability. And the problem we're having there is retaining employees within the county in relationship to our surrounding jurisdictions, the salaries that these folks receive, some of the benefits that they get, and we need to take a look at how do we retain our people. We're having the same problem on attracting new folks. We go through a lot of work to advertise and try to get people to come into the county to fill vacant positions, and we struggle to get good qualified people. Once they come here to Douglas County, they see the housing costs, they do a salary comparison, and it's kind of a hard nut to crack at times. So we're taking a look at all those elements. The third part of that was financial sustainability through the whole element. How do we do all of this and yet maintain good financial stability within Douglas County? So,
Okay, so we'll be hearing more about the strategic plan.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Coming up. Commissioners also adopted the Douglas County 5-year transportation plan, and how's that plan coming together?
Well, that plan, this was the final adoption at the March 16th meeting. The process starts with the Regional Transportation Commission, which basically takes a look at the fundings that we have availability for doing road work. And then they kind of divvy that up between trying to do major reconstructions where roadways that have absolutely fallen apart need to be repaired. And as you may have remembered from before, we have about $12 million going into new construction of major roadways. There was Jacks Valley Road, there was Mottsville, there was Centerville, I believe.
Tillman is one that's come up recently.
Yeah, Tillman came up recently with the floods, and what we're doing is we're shifting off some of the money that was going to go to one of the other ones to do Tillman because of the damage it sustained over the flood event. But essentially, it allocates the money between the new reconstruction, which we just mentioned, and also what we call preventative maintenance, which are the slurry seals, the crack sealing, and that sort of thing. And then there's a chunk of it that goes just to routine maintenance, which includes roadside ditch cleaning and minor pothole repairs, that sort of thing.
We do have a lot more money to work with the new gas tax, though.
Yes,
that does help.
That significantly helped.
Well, speaking of potholes, commissioners also approved the purchase of an asphalt zipper costing $106,990. And the zipper takes care of those potholes, apparently, right?
It does. And like I like to mention, the zipper is well named because it unzips a portion of the asphalt and then it zips it back. And it does that by taking a 6-foot wide swath and it grinds down and it grinds up the existing asphalt. Then it adds asphalt to those grindings and it relays it on the backside as it travels over there. So you end up with a 6-foot wide swath, whatever length is necessary to cover the pothole, and that gets compacted back and it makes it a very strong pothole repair. In comparison to what we've seen this winter where we can put regular asphalt down and it lasts maybe half a day at the most.
Yeah, the pothole problem after this heavy winter has definitely been a problem, and the zippers coming to the rescue.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, Larry, I want to thank you for the information here you shared on the QuickTime Update. I'm Lloyd Higuera for the QuickTime Update. County Manager Larry Werner is here too, and we'll see you next time on the QuickTime Update.